Well, Jim, just a very quick glance back first of all to Tuesday. Disappointed, obviously, with the result, but a chance of being a midweek game with another one coming nice and quickly to.
Yeah. First and foremost, obviously disappointed to lose any game, but after the start we'd made, we set a challenge that we wanted to go as long as possible without losing the game. But like I say, it's happened now. We've said since day one, it's all about reactions. Every single day, whatever happens, and we've got to now react to a bad result and kick on, starting Saturday hopefully.
And is it about also taking from the fact that on Tuesday night, certainly back at 2-1, that there were spells in the game where you can see why we have had such a good start in terms of the qualities?
Possibly. If we're being honest with ourselves, we didn't hit our levels that we've been hitting. That's been something we've been trying to hit home from day one in pre-season, maintaining standards. I think we went there. I think they had a game plan, and I think we didn't quite hit the top levels we've been hitting. I think if we would have, I think we can beat any team in this league. We showed that with the performance Saturday. If we would have played at that intensity and with that quality, I'm sure we'd have come away again with a positive result. But we didn't, and that's football. And we probably got caught out on the night. But like I say, it's about reactions now. All you can do is learn from it and go forward.
And it is a real challenge to do that, isn't it? Because although it sounds obvious, it's true. Lads didn't mean to go out there and perform at a lesser level than Saturday, but it does just subconsciously happen sometimes.
It's football. I think we said after the game. I think if we would have seen signs of complacency or something, somebody would have nipped it in the bud. If anyone would have spotted it, I didn't think that was the case. I don't think we went there with any sort of questions about our attitude towards the game. I think it was just one of them nights where it didn't click for us, and once you go a goal behind and then two, it becomes difficult, and it was one of them. But like I say, you've got to react correctly, starting from the day after, preparing right for the game on Saturday.
And you talk about attitudes towards a game, onto a hiding to nothing going into Saturday, really, because the draw gives us a game where one or two might expect us to go through, but it's got the makings of an upset, hasn't it? You've got to avoid that.
Yeah, I think when any draw in the FA Cup's made, you always ask for a home tie. That's what you want first and foremost. We've got that against a team who are a couple of divisions lower. Presents different challenges, like I say, a bit of pressure that we're expected to win. It's the FA Cup. We want to go as far as we can, and we want to get to that first round, and then see where we go from there. We're going to have to go for a few tricky ties before that, I'm sure. So that starts with Saturday. We'll prepare right and go in with the right attitude.
And it's a different kind of test in so much as in National League North we can almost go under the radar, if you like. There are some, to use a phrase, bigger clubs, perhaps more highly fancied clubs, and we can just go about our business. But on Saturday, we're not the underdog, so to speak, are we? So.
No, of course, but like I say, we're at home. We always fancy our chances at home against anybody. If we prepare right and do what we're supposed to do, and stick to our game plan, I'd fancy us against anybody really. So yeah, you respect the opposition, and we will do that definitely going into Saturday, but we'll be looking for a win like we would any other week.
You've come up against some challenging cup ties in your career, I'm sure. What kind of ingredients are involved in a game where the team obviously already come through 2 or 3 rounds of the FA Cup, will come with plenty of confidence, plenty of momentum, and will play above themselves really? Does that make for a really tough first hour, I suppose?
Yeah, but it presents a different challenge really. They've earned the right to be in this round of the FA Cup. It's a fair play to them, but like I say, I think we have to focus on ourselves on Saturday and make sure that we hit them levels again and keep trying to maintain high standards. And if we do that, I'm sure we'll get a positive result.
You mentioned hopefully wanting to make progress in the FA Cup. Now, I'm not talking about advancing through the rounds necessarily, but just the competition itself. Every player loves an FA Cup game, don't they?
Yeah, I think we've said since day one, our focus this year, we want to get promoted out of this division first and foremost. But like I say, it's the FA Cup. You should never turn your nose up at a chance to play in the FA Cup and get further into the competition where you could get a great draw. It gives a lot of the young players here, who I'm sure will go on and play at a high level, a chance to test themselves against higher opposition further down the line. So what a great opportunity for the club.
And it takes off some of the pressure in the sense that it's the one competition we go into knowing that we're not going to win it at the end of the season in terms of the FA Cup.
Steady, aren't they?
But so it's almost a case of you play with a little bit more freedom in that regard, don't you?
But possibly. It's a competition in itself, though. You want to go as far as you can, like you say. What a carrot. First and foremost, if you can get to the first round playing a decent league club from League 1 or 2, and further down the line, you never know, do you? If you get to the third round, you get one of the big boys and stuff. So it's a great opportunity. You don't get many chances to do that in your whole career, really. So you've got to take each chance and give it your best shot.